Today's in-class test, we'll be discussing how human error challenges the effectiveness of defense in depth in real-world information systems, explain why security failures will occur even when multiple layers of protection are in place. So that's the questions that we need to answer, and we will be discussing it bit by bit in order to get the full picture of it. So defense in depth is basically the idea that you never rely on just one security control to protect your system. So you layer them, so if one fails, the next one is there to catch it. And what really important is that um, defense system is not just about technology. It is actually about these three pillars, such as people, process, and technology. So technology is your firewalls, IDP, IDS, encryption, access and controls, and sort-offs. And you got process when you have your security policies, your incident response plans, contingency plan, disaster management, and your audit procedures. While technology, sorry, I already discussed technology. And people is where are your employees, your system admin, the everyday user of your system. So when all these three pillars work together, an attacker would theoretically need to get through every single layer to reach the data. But in real world, one of the three pillars is inconsistent and weakest, and that is people. Human error doesn't just weaken the people layer, it actually undermines all three. So on the technology side, if an admin forgets to apply a security patch, someone maybe configures a firewall rule or a user disable their antivirus because it's slowing their machine down. So the technology exists, but it's only as effective as the person responsible for maintaining it. So on the process side, if an organization might have like a AUP or the acceptable use policy, but if the staff never actually practice it or properly train on it, the management don't enforce the thing consistently, it's really just a document or a policy sitting in a shared drive doing nothing. So on the people side, this is where it gets really critical. So if somebody receives a phishing email, clicks the link, or enters their credential, the attacker doesn't need to break into the defense in depth or the layer security since they can break any system since legitimate authenticated users that give out their credential. So a human decision, so basically one human decision, one moment of not paying attention, and it bypasses every layer that you work hard to maintain or to put up on because the people are failing in this layer. Human error. The question is that why do breaches keep happening even like organization invested heavily on their security controls? Maybe the reason is like security fatigue when like employee constantly dealing with like multi-factor authentication or like password reset. So it's like very annoying. Also, like social engineering attacks are designed to target human psychology. So if you got like a phishing email, it creates a sense of urgency or like fear that somebody or someone on your organizations need to hand over the access. So yeah, there's actually a real gap between what policy says and what the like organization's culture is. So maybe one more reason is that if the workplace culture like punishes mistake, the people will stay quiet, cover it up, and the breach just keeps spreading further. Maybe it's like insider threat where should be accidental or intentional. So defensive depth is designed to keep the outsider in getting in. So it's less effective when the threat is someone is inside the organization or is already trusted by the system. The question is that why do breaches keep happening even like organization invested heavily on their security controls? Maybe the reason asking is that is the defense in depth is flawed if we keep just getting breaches even though we have the security controls. So it's not at all that same. So it is the right framework and it only works effectively when all the three pillars such as the people, process, and technology are even like given equal investment and attention. And the reality is that most organizations pour the resources into their technology, but they underinvest in the human element of it. So what needs to change is that organization might need to start treating people as an active layer of defense rather than just a risk. So that means you need to implement your CETA programs, which is the security education training and awareness, so that employees don't just know what rules are, they practice it and they put it under work. It means like maybe running like a regular phishing simulation test or enforcing the privilege of like least privilege for every user. So that at the end of the day, security failures continue to happen because defense in depth is designed to protect the system. But those systems are ultimately designed, maintained, and configured by people. So until organizations commit on strengthening the human